Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. The Peter Shitshow. Bum, 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 bum. Well, happy holidays. I'm going to talk about a problem that I've had for getting up to 26, 27 years now that I hope to address this year. And it's probably best to talk about this with an example. When I was in fourth grade, my family had just moved across town, and we had our first major holiday celebration because at the time when we moved into a bigger house and we finally could put up some decorations, and my family had finally been more settled. We lived in Pittsburgh at the time, and now my family had been in Pittsburgh for 7 years. Now we were a little bit more settled. We had some family friends. My dad invited some family friends and a few coworkers, and my mom invited a few coworkers as well. My mom was working at a Pier 1 Imports at the time, and she invited some coworkers. We had holiday decorations, and two memories really stick out. My mom's coworker was a big, strong guy, and he picked me up and gave me a ride around the house, and it was like a theme park ride. I was 9 years old at the time. And then my dad had a coworker who had a son, and he and I played video games all night long. I had a Sega Genesis, and we played Truxton. It's a space shooting game. It has 5 rounds. The rounds get harder. It's the same round, but it gets harder and harder. The speed gets faster, more things shoot at you. And I've never beaten all 5 rounds. Uh, Nowadays, I play it on my computer. Right? There's a ROM you can download and connect a controller to the USB. Think about that. A 1980s video game on a modern day computer with 128 gigabytes of RAM, right? Just picture that in your head. I still cannot beat the game. I'm thinking about writing some AI to master that game and see how that goes. I might do that at some point. Machine learning to beat Truxton because I've never beaten it. I bet it's easier for me to write an AI to beat Truxton than to actually beat it myself. But anyways, my dad's friend and I stayed up all night playing Truxton, and the next day both of us were really hungover. Well, our parents were actually hungover. We were hungover from playing Truxton all night. So good memories. Now, unfortunately, January came around and I went back to school, and I had a major depression. It was like everything just came crashing down. I have autism, and I cannot easily change environments on the snap of a finger. And I had behavioral problems at school. I had my grades slipped. Actually, maybe I can go pull up my report card from fourth grade. I bet my grades in January were not as good as they were back in November or December. I'll have to find out if I can still see them. They're probably at my parents' home. But anyway, I had a problem with it. It's not like I didn't want to go back to school. Don't get me wrong. I wanted to go back to school. I just wanted us to continue that holiday spirit all year round. And unfortunately, every fucking year since then, we're going on the 27th year since then, I continue to run into the same problem over and over and over and over again. As an adult, it manifests as me losing jobs or quitting jobs, as relationship problems, as eating disorders. And unfortunately, it's the same problem I had when I was in fourth grade, just on a more massive scale now, over and over and over and over again. And so I'm thinking this year I'm going to keep holiday decorations up at work. I'm gonna see if I can uh, convince everybody to not take them down, and I'll continue to wish people a happy holiday season. And I'm thinking about creating some other holidays. So in late January, we mourn the loss of Challenger, of Columbia, and of Apollo 1. So I'm thinking of it as a space heroes day. And I'm thinking of February 26, 1993, we had the first bombing at the World Trade Center, right? So I'm thinking this year will be 30 years, right? We definitely need to mourn those people. And January 6th, obviously. Anything to keep the holiday spirits alive. Continue to play Christmas carols at the office, and just wish everybody every day that people stay on their New Year's resolution. We should wish them a happy 4th of July, right? They're free of whatever problem they were dealing with, right? Every day's the 4th of July, right? And what else? Obviously, lunar eclipses should be holidays every time, right? And every day just ought to be. I wish we could go into the workplace every fucking day, even if it's the middle of April or some month that doesn't even have a whole lot of holidays. I just wish people a happy holiday every day, and every day's a holiday, right? As long as you don't come crashing down, that's fine. Anyway, happy holidays every day. Happy 4th of July. Happy freedom from your last year's addiction day. I don't know. How many people made New Year's resolutions and what were they? Go watch my video about my resolutions. My big one was to speak up for Single Lives Matter. And so continue to stay on my good eating ways, even though I'm getting back into the office. One of the big problems was that I got really good at eating well, but only in the context of quarantine. Once the office environment was introduced, everything fell apart. And that's something I'll work on this year. Happy 4th of July. What else? Happy Fallen Space Heroes Day. Happy Anti-Terrorism Day. Happy World Trade Center Memorial. Just happy being alive day, right? This is the Peter Shitshow. Bum, 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 bum. The Peter Shitshow. Bum, 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 bum.